So this man is about to lose his family because his own mother turned his house into a war zone. So this man, his name is Chike. This guy is barely at home because he works on the oil rig in the Niger Delta. He does 28 days on the rig and 14 days at home. He lives with his wife Adaeze and their children, and they are a very peaceful, happy family until, his mother happened. His mother's house in the village catches fire and burns down completely. With everything gone, she calls Chike crying and she tells him she has nowhere to go. So he tells her to come and stay with them until they are able to get another place for her. As a good son now, that's what you can do. But Mama didn't come alone, no. She comes with Chike's 43-year-old unmarried sister, Ngozi, and their house help, Obiageli. Now, here is where things start getting interesting. Adaeze already has her own house help called Patience. So now, there are two women who think they are running the same house plus two maids who don't know who to take others from. Chike goes back to the rig thinking everything is okay at home and everything will be fine because he has left enough money for everyone. But Mama Okafor comes with her own troubles. She starts monitoring every cupboard that gets spent in that house. She's always questioning Adaeze whenever she buys anything in the house. And Adaeze is getting frustrated because this is her house and she never had anyone disturb her about spending money that her own husband gave her. So Adaeze starts complaining to Chike over the phone. She's telling him how his mother is making her feel like a stranger in her own home. Chike thinks he can solve this thing by giving them money separately. So he gives Mama her own money and give Adaeze her own money. Now Mama starts asking Chike how much he is giving Adaeze. Mama, rest now, rest. And Adaeze starts asking why Mama doesn't contribute from her own money when she brings people to sleep over, because Mama keeps inviting people from the village to come and stay. Now the house is getting crowded and Adaeze is going cray-cray. Then Mama starts complaining that all Adaeze does is watch television. She's not cooking, she's not cleaning, she's just sitting there watching movies all day while Patient does everything. Mama tells Chike that his wife is lazy and disrespectful, and Mama gets very, very angry when Chike tries to defend his wife. Mama. Every single day comes with its own drama. Obiageli gets sick and they have to take her to the hospital. Mama tells Patient to help with the cleaning and cooking while Obiageli is alone. But Adaeze stops Patience and tell Mama that she can't just give orders to her maid without asking her first. Chike hears about this and wants Adaeze not to start a fight. Mama starts telling anyone who will listen that Adaeze is hiding food in the kitchen, so she and Ngozi cannot eat properly. She says Adaeze hides the television remote so they can't watch anything. She complains that Adaeze doesn't greet her in the morning anymore and stays locked in her bedroom all day, avoiding them. But Mama, what do you really want her to do? Adaeze wasn't having it, so she started telling people that Mama treats her like a slave in her own house and that they need to find somewhere else to stay because this arrangement is not working. Then this happens. Mama finishes eating dinner and leaves her plate on the dining table. Adaeze comes out of her room and sees the plate, so she tells Mama to take the plates to the kitchen. Mama is so angry and tells her that she doesn't know how to talk to an elder. Adaeze tells her that she is just asking her to clean since they live in the house together. I'm not gonna lie, Adaeze too have her own in her body. Mama gets even more angry and she starts shouting about how disrespectful Adaeze is, how she was not raised properly, and how she doesn't know how to treat her husband's family. Adaeze shouts back that she's tired of being treated like a maid in her own house. Then Adaeze makes the mistake of turning to Ngozi and telling her that her mates are already married, but she is here causing trouble in her own brother's house. Ngozi goes mad. She jumps up from her chair and slaps Adaeze very hard across the face without thinking. Adaeze slaps her own right back. The Mama jumps in the fight and tries to grab Adaeze. Now, picture this. That's how all the three of them start to fight. Adaeze breaks free and runs to wake her children up. She starts packing their clothes and tells them that they are leaving. But Mama blocks the door, telling her that she can't go anywhere with her grandchildren. Can't go anywhere with my grandchildren. Adaeze is crying and screaming that she wants to leave. Mama doesn't care. Ngozi is standing behind Mama while the housemates are just watching them. That's when Chike gets the phone call that changes everything. He's on the rig when his neighbor calls to tell him that there's a big fight at his house and the police has almost gotten involved. Chike takes the next flight back home and finds Mama and Ngozi in the living room while Adaeze is in the room crying. Chike tries to talk to everyone separately, but nobody wants to hear anything. Mama keeps saying Adaeze disrespected her and she won't apologize. Adaeze keeps saying she won't stay in the same house with Mama and Ngozi unless they leave first. Chike is so sad to watch his wife and mom fighting. He doesn't know what to do because no matter what choice he makes, someone he loves is going to get hurt. He ends up taking the children to Adaeze's parents' house in Enugu. Adaeze won't even look at him when he drops them off. When Chike gets back home, Mama and Ngozi are still in his house, acting like nothing happened. They're acting like they have no plan to move out, but the house feels empty without his wife and his children. Adaeze keeps calling Chike, crying, begging him to make his mother leave so she can come home. But every time he brings it up with Mama, she starts crying too, asking where she's supposed to go, reminding him that she raised him and sacrificed everything for him. Now what will Chike do? Chike becomes so stressed that it's starting to affect his work. That's when he finally makes the hardest decision of his life. He comes home from the rig early and finds Mama in the kitchen making dinner. He tells her they need to talk, and that is where he tells her that she needs to leave. Go, Chike. Mama doesn't believe it at first till he tells her that she and Ngozi need to find a place to stay. He tells her that he doesn't want to lose his wife and his children. As usual now, Mama starts crying and telling him he's choosing that girl over his own mother. But Chike tells her that he would take care of her but cannot lose his family. Mama just stares at her son who was kneeling before her. Then she gets up slowly and walks to the guest room without saying another word. The next morning, Mama and Ngozi pack their things. Chike has arranged for them to stay with a family friend in Lagos temporarily. Then he drives straight to Enugu to get his family back. When he gets to his in-law place, they don't allow him in at first, but he keeps on begging. So Adaeze's fathers let him in and they talk for hours about boundaries and respect and how to handle extended family issue. Finally, Adaeze agrees to come home, but with new rules about visitors and household decisions. 3 months later, the phone rings and it's Mama calling from Lagos. She has found a small apartment and is doing better. She asks to speak to Adaeze and this time they have a normal conversation. Mama apologizes for some of the things that happened. Ngozi has started a small tailoring business and is rebuilding her life. She's even talking to a man from church who doesn't seem to mind that she's in her 40s. Well, good for you, Ngozi. As Chike prepares to go back to the rig for another rotation, he kisses his wife and daughters goodbye and finally, confident that his home will be peaceful when he returns. But he still remembers Mama's last word before she hung up the phone. A man who cannot leave his house cannot lead anywhere else. Family drama is real in every Nigeria household, but here is what this story teaches us. You can love your family and still set boundaries. Respect does not mean letting people walk over you or destroying your peace. Marriage requires you to put your nuclear family first, even when it hurts other people's feelings. I hope you learned something good here, guys. Bye.